What is going on, everyone? This is Courtney Rollins from the Aqua team coming back at you today with a post that I'm excited to talk about. So today we're going to talk about what a daily schedule looks like. I have a lot of people ask me, what does it look like for a wholesaler, particularly a wholesaler with a full-time job, and then add on that a wholesaler with a full-time job that has ADHD. How do you get it done? How are you able to still uh, get 2 to 3 deals across the plate every month? And so I figured I'd show you. Again, I'm Courtney Rollins, CEO of Aqua Team Properties LLC. And again, just at the stage, I have a full-time, very demanding position that I love. And it takes up a lot of time. So I have to be very strategic with my time to be able to have the 2 or 3 deals come across the plate. As I said before, several years ago, I was diagnosed with ADHD, which was a blessing because it helped me realize the tools that I have and how my brain operates and helps me leverage better what that looks like. I have to give praise and honor to my fiance, who's also my business partner, who is a tremendous help and support and a part of the team. So I can't say that I'm a solopreneur at all. Um, and she's amazing. And even thinking outside of her, this is a team sport. So our title company, our community, our mentors, they're all there to help support and be a part of this. And at the same time, at the end of the day, the buck does still fall on you and on me if you take the responsibility to grow the business as the CEO. So there are 3 things that are crucial for me. One, that's being clear about the vision and goals. So what are your financial goals? What are your time goals? What does that look like? Because that's going to connect you to exactly number 2, prioritizing the 1 to 3 most important tasks that must get done in a day. Then the last thing is you must time block it. So for us, we know we want to generate 2 to 3 deals per day. At this stage in our career, we have desires to grow larger as well. But at this time, 2 to 3 per month with the average assignment fee of $10 to $15,000 meets the goals that we have. And so we know how many what behaviors we need to repeat every day to make that what Darren Hardy says, that compound effect. Great book, Darren Hardy. I'll put that in the notes so that you can link up and follow that. So what does my daily schedule look like? I'm just going to simply click on my Google spreadsheet and share with you all what it looks like. We're open books. There's no secrets under the sun and nothing to hide here. So again, I'm not telling you to do this. I'm just showing you what it looks like for me to help me stay organized and know that we're moving towards our goals. So I usually wake up about 4:45 and drink about 6 ounces of water. That's to get my system going, flush my system, and the resource I use is my alarm clock. And I'm generally an early riser, but isn't the most fun thing, but it does help me get my day going. At 5 o'clock, I jump into Savers. Miracle Morning by Hal Helrod is an amazing book, along with the behaviors that he suggests that you do. He studied tons and tons of successful people in different industries, different spaces, and found that most people had about 6 behaviors that they did on a routine early in the morning. And that SAVER stands for silence. So some type of silence and prayer meditation, affirmations, being able to speak out your goals in the world and speak them into existence. Visualizing the day, the obstacles in front of the day, the opportunities, and making sure that that's already documented so that you know you're on your task. Exercising, whether it's 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, making sure that you get the blood flowing because that's so necessary. The mental and the physical are completely connected. Reading, at least 10 pages I read a day, but just make sure that you're reading something, particularly something that's moving you towards your path. Sometimes I listen to a podcast, but more often than not, I like to actually physically read something. And then scribe, writing my thoughts or writing your thoughts down in some form of fashion in a journal. And it doesn't have to be done in any particular order. In fact, I usually exercise and then do my affirmations. Then after that, I'll sit and pray, read about 10 pages of some business or personal growth book. Then I'll write and scribe for about 5 or 10 minutes. Then I'll visualize my day, the obstacles, everything, and make sure that all my tasks that need to get done that are connected to my large tasks are done. And I use a 90-day intention journal by Brandon Turner to make sure that I have those 3 goals that I need to do that are there, because all the other things that are very important, but maybe not connecting me to my larger goal I fill them in around and make sure that they're done. This sets the stage for the day and helps me knock things out. Usually I'm done with that about 7 o'clock, and I'll spend a little time with the fiance and the doggies. And then I'll get back to my desk around 7:45, 8 o'clock, and I'm working on whatever that professional development or big project is. Right now, I'm very excited about the Carrot 3 leads a day training that I'm taking that helps me develop content and be a source of credibility and authority out there in the wholesale and real estate world. Then 8:15, I'll focus on my W-2 and make sure I'm taking care of everything in that space. And if my um, and then 9 o'clock, I'm jumping on the phones. Now, I like to cold call, but I do have a cold caller or a VA working for me in the Philippines. I'm using Riva Global. There's tons of amazing services out there. This is the service that I use. I use Mojo Dialer for my dialer. I use RE Simply for my CRM, where I qualify the leads through Mojo Dialer, push them to the RE Simply if they're going to have follow up, and it helps me keep everything organized. I'll speak to my VA through my GroupMe app so that we're constantly in notification with each other. I love my headset here, and I'll just use the Google Suites and like Google Voice Mail or Google Voice to make the calls and link to the Mojo Dialer. And sometimes I'm actually on the cold calls, but I'm also going to my calendar, which I can show you, and I'm making follow-up calls. So while I'm on cold call, I'll pause the Mojo Dialer as is needed, and I will jump on one of these calls to call, because these are the follow-ups. So it's that's where the actual um, turnover or conversion is in the follow-ups. Then around 11 a.m., I'll look back at my W-2 and make sure I'm focused on any work that needs to take place there. Then I'll head to lunch, and while I'm at lunch, I try to drive for dollars at least an hour a day. So I'll have my lunch, I'll drive for dollars, I'll make any seller appointments or connect with any sellers that I need to. And this is for, as you see, lead generation over here. Then I'm back at it, and I'll focus on my W-2 again for an hour and a half. I'm fortunate to have a W-2 that provides a little bit of flexibility, and as long as I'm taking care of my task and moving the ball forward with my role, then I'm able to have a little flexibility in my day. Usually I'm back home, or if I'm working from home, I'll shog, take Chippy for a jog, because again, ADHD, I need to have my energy up and going so that it's hard not to crash with this type of schedule. So actually working out twice a day helps me feel energized and ready to go. Um, then I usually spend about an hour with the family eating dinner, just turning off for a little bit. And I jump back on the dial around 6:30, and I'm doing follow-ups and cold call. This time I'll focus on the follow-ups. Now, if for some reason I'm able to knock down tons of the follow-ups, then I will put the Mojo Dialer back on and continue to cold call as I do that. So I make sure I'm take care of all that. At 8 o'clock, I like to stop. I don't like to call people after 8 o'clock. And at that point, I'm looking at my KPIs, my key performance indicators, and more importantly, my critical drivers. Was I on the dialer as long as I was supposed to be on there? Was my VA on the dialer as long as she was supposed to be on there? How many qualified leads did we get in the day? And most important, I'll take the appointments and make sure that they are transferred, the ones that qualify as leads, that they're transferred properly to my CRM system and to my Google Calendar. So I back up my CRM system with my Google Calendar to make sure that it's on a recurring, that I'm calling those folks. I don't have to think about it. I just know, hey, I have their weekly, daily, monthly, 6 months, whatever it is, based on the lead. And then from 8:30 to about 10, I'm with the family and we're hanging out. And so, the weekends look a little bit different. I wake up a little bit later. I still like to work out and exercise and do my savers in the morning. That's every day. But I'll drive for dollars at some point. Usually Shanita and I will get in the car and drive for dollars. That's our connection time, and be able to chat and reflect on, what's happening in the day. Any networking events I'll attend to, any seller appointments I'll attend to. I like to document and record my journey, because that provides content, and hopefully it provides value to folks out there, and allows me to reflect on what we're doing. And then at the end of the night, I'll track the numbers. I'll put them into the Google spreadsheet. And I'll pull all the lists that I drove, or pull all the leads that I found driving for dollars, and make sure they're ready to skip trace and make sure they're ready technically for Monday, because on Sundays I don't call, but it's important to have those KPIs and CDs already documented for the 11 a.m. business meeting with Shanita, because it usually takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And those are the type of tasks, I'll be just transparent, that I know I can delegate and I need to delegate, and I will be at the stage of my at our career. We're grinding out, building out the systems, documenting how we do this so that we can share. In another video, I'll show you our organizational chart that has all of our job duties, descriptions, and titles. And right now it's Shanita and me at every single one of those, with a few exceptions with our amazing VA. However, the plan is to be able to delegate and share those out, but you got to be able to document it and know what you want. So that's why we are treating this as if it's that $1 million company that it is. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions at all, please follow us on Instagram or contact me through YouTube, or drop this line, like and subscribe, share a comment. Definitely we'll get back to you. If you DM me at the aquateam_properties for Instagram. If you have any questions about buying or selling homes in Baltimore or throughout the nation, check out our website, www.atbuyhomes.org. Or if you're looking for investment opportunities, you can go to www.atwholesaledeals.com. At any rate, we'd love to chat with you. We'd love to be a part of your growth. As we always say, rising tides lift all sails. So take care. Cheers, everyone.